E aí pessoal, beleza? Tranquilo com vocês? Fernando Rodrigo aqui na área, trazendo o segundo episódio desse jogo aqui, galera. O Carona, né? E a gente vai dar sequência no episódio 2, né? Eita, o nome do cara, não tem nem pra ler direito. Mas esse jogo é legalzinho, a história
It's
tá
the second
legal.
house on the right here. No, wait, the third.
Don't you remember where it is? I thought you spent your whole childhood here.
Do you know what put us on top of the food chain? Do you know?
Não.
And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those. Possums, koalas, something called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay?
Ok.
Memory is what put us here. So many of our dreams are set in the places where we used to live. We want to see them, visit them again. There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. That works like this. We can show up any place we used to live and simply explain, oh, I used to live here. There's nothing strange about it. The people who live there just throw open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again. So we can be whole.
Ok.
Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep with my talking.
Sinto muito, acho que acabei cochilando.
No offense taken. I've been told I have a way of putting my students to sleep as well. We're looking for Asper Street. And at least it used to be called that. The problem is that a few years ago they rearranged all the letters of the street signs in this neighborhood. Very impractical. I didn't catch your name. Time ups.
Ops. Ops, sério?
Yes, that's what everyone calls me. Everyone except my students, of course.
Ops, eu tenho uma pergunta.
Just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiries. Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
Lembre-se, talvez as letras estejam embaralhadas. Ok. Adesivo, salve as baleias. Ok. Inspecionar. Custom Reports. Melhor máquina de... eu vejo você. Ok. Cartão postal. Starlight Motel. Bem-vindo. Será que tem alguma informação? Aqui tá cheio de coisa nesse carro, hein? De novo isso aqui. Inspecionar jornal. Adesivo inspecionar. Mondale Ferraro. Ok. Destrancar, trancar. Tem alguma importância isso? You will soon be angry again. Isso é verdade. As fotos continuam aqui, beleza. Escova de dente, a caixa de fósforo. Baixar visor, cartão postal, inspecionar. Lago Crater, Oregon. Que cara estranho, velho. Olha. Lembre-se, talvez as letras estejam embaralhadas. Ok.
Ah, yes, that's it. good. So, we're on our way. Now, there was something you wanted to ask.
Você é próximo. Você próximo. Você próximo guarda, não é? Ah, você é o próximo guarda, não é? Por que seu carro é tão bagunçado? Você é o próximo guarda? Ah, tipo, você vai fingir que não me conhece, mas aí...
Yes, then it's going to turn out that big surprise. I do know you.
Certo, uma apresentadora de entretenimento presa no rádio vai te entregar.
A person trapped in the radio?
É, garoto. Quer dizer, a gente já se conhece, não é?
Oh, yes. We've all met you along this highway. Now, I picked you up because I could tell you're looking for something. Something you've lost.
Como você sabia, você também tá procurando por alguma coisa? Como você sabia?
Now, we're all looking for something on this road. I've never met anyone who wasn't.
O que você está tentando encontrar?
My dog.
Cachorro.
She's been missing for a long time now. Hops. Like
Hops.
me.
Ô, louco.
Stupid idea, naming a dog after yourself. They constantly think they're being trained. Every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo.
Pera, você conhece o tio das passas?
Vern? Sure. Now, I know almost everybody on this road. Well, there's not many of us after all. Excellent raisins that guy Vern has. Did you try one? Delicious. Am I right? So,
No.
okay, show me this photo. So, you're looking for her.
Sim.
What happened to her?
Eu não sei o que aconteceu com ela,
Well,
cara.
a singed photograph is never a good sign.
Chamuscada.
I'm sorry, though. You don't remember anything?
Não, de nada. Me lembro só um pouco agora, quase nada.
Well, I can help you with one part. Now, you two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo. There in the background.
Você tem um silo para grãos no seu quintal? Que quintal? Ah,
Yes.
não.
I got a lot of dogs. After a while, the kitchen got completely full. I'm not very good at getting rid of things, as you can see. Anyway, I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. But you never wound up making it to the front door. There was some kind of argument.
Uma briga com você? Sobre o que era essa briga?
She suddenly had to take a call. You got impatient.
Parece ter sido uma briga sem sentido. De quem era a ligação?
Now, I don't know, but you didn't seem happy about it. I had the feeling it was a recurring thing. Someone who's in the habit of getting in the way between you two.
Eu quero encontrá-la. Você tem como me ajudar? Você sabe pra onde a gente foi depois disso?
If you want to know what happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
Como, rapaz?
You haven't asked me yet where we're headed.
Então, qual é o nosso destino?
Warehouse of Lost Things.
O armazém das coisas perdidas. É, bem sim. Ah, parece nome de loja de R$1,99.
Oh, okay. It's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your life.
Se
You can
tá,
find anything there.
pensa comigo, se tá nesse armazém, então não tá perdido.
Get 15 minutes to look. Yes, only 15 minutes. It really threw me the last time I was there. I got distracted by some mittens. Yeah, I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again.
Dá pra achar qualquer coisa lá, sério?
Well, why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal, you have to journey into the other world. Find the thing you've lost among the spirits and bring it back. Now,
Oh,
and the thing
loco.
about all the things we misplace, Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once. Why shouldn't we get a second chance just to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind?
Então, você acha que ela está lá?
I suppose. Well, I've never looked for people. It definitely works for pets, though. I found several of my dogs there when they've run away from time to time.
Esse deve ser um
Stick
mau dono,
with
hein?
me, you'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now, if I remember correctly, it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
Caraca, 20 minutos. Toque no motorista para continuar a conversa. O que ele tem ali no bolso, cara? É o rádio?
Peculiar.
O que houve?
It's nothing. Just wondering about this green light. Are you one of these people who's good with cars?
Não muito, eu não dirijo. Você não sabe o que significa?
I was hoping you might know. I never saw it before until you got into the car.
Ah, você tem algum manual por aqui? Será que é melhor parar e checar o motor?
What? Us? Stop here? No, I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show hostess. Ah, the green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes, I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby, too.
Não,
It's probably
falei.
nothing major, just a reminder to get something checked. But what do I know? I'm not the technical sort. Oh, we could ask Lola.
Lola.
She's very good with these things.
Quem é Lola, mano?
Lola's a kind of oracle. She's given me lots of good advice, right from where you're sitting. Besides, more to the point, I'd like to check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here.
Ah, eu devo procurar por uma mulher chamada Lola. Ela está se escondendo aqui no carro?
Well, she's quite small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World's Fair in Barcelona, 1929, at an exhibition about alchemy. Lola Montez. But she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
Encontre o ursinho Lola Montes. Caraca, velho. Puxa, uma chave, cara.
What have you got there?
Eu sei que é uma chave.
Interesting. Looks familiar. There she is. Ah, Lola. Put her on the glove box lid, my boy. That's where she likes to speak.
Hello, Lola. Parece uma fita aqui, né, ó. Uma fita, aquelas fitas cassete antiga lá, fita tape. Ela fala?
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in more of a roundabout way. Lola, dearest, now I'm here with this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet.
Não está pronta. Tem alguma coisa que a gente possa fazer?
She's lonely, and she misses her friends.
Amigos? Que tipo de amigos?
Fellow memory objects. That's her preferred company. Trinkets like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper to reveal the past behind it and the future ahead.
Então, essa ursinha de pelúcia consegue prever o futuro?
Her and her friends, yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names.
Há quanto tempo sua cadela tá sumida?
About 9 months.
Ô louco, 9 meses e você tem procurado por ela todo esse tempo.
Well, no, I couldn't look for her these last months. I got a bit detained.
Preso?
Yes. It all started when I was buying some tube socks. I was on the escalator, trying to leave the mall. Do you ever have that thing where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you start worrying about it just as you're leaving? I was staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now, I knew they were, but I must have not been paying attention. Because suddenly, I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator, right where you're supposed to step off.
Sério? Isso consegue ser mais estranho do que a ursa falante, cara.
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator.
Como é essa experiência?
Well, first quite quickly, and then very slowly.
Que loucura.
Before you know it, you're banging around in the chute, and then you land at the bowling green.
Boliche verde.
That's what they call the entrance. It's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast. Like falling out of bed and landing on the moon.
Tem outras pessoas?
Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish scene down there. Let me tell you. A lot of staged ennui.
Então, o que tem pra fazer lá embaixo?
Oh, not much really. There's an old black and white TV that only gets a few channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was one box that promised 8 games in one, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the 4 of clubs.
Que doideira, cara. Ah, você deve ter ficado muito entediado. Como você escapou?
Well, they open the escalator every year on January 1st. Clear everyone out. They used to do it more often, but then, well, yeah, budget cuts.
Oxi.
I fell in the beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year.
Parece bem
Pretty much
barra
the only
pesada.
thing that passes for excitement there is when somebody new drops in. Pretty quickly, you learn to tell the difference between the real people and the mannequins they drop down the chute.
Que loucura, velho. Os manequins?
Sure. Well, that's how they keep everyone fed down there. They stuff mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide
Ô
down the
louco,
chute.
velho.
Well, that's a big moment when they drop the mannequins down. Really breaks up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside.
Parece um sistema muito estranho, com certeza.
Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time, a real guy fell down the shaft and was mistaken for a mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there. Poor fella didn't look lifelike enough.
Coitado. Ah,
Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. Now, he gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation for saving him from the mob. Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
carinho bacana. Parece bem mais tarde agora do que quando você começou a história.
Oh, look. Let's give it to her, please.
E esse cachimbo vai ficar aqui, mano?
Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests. You see, we just need to find 2 more of her friends.
Encontre outro objeto de memória. Não é você. Adesivos. Neither do I. Você também não. Adesivo. Sorte, inspecionar. Pô, mano, onde eu vou achar esse negócio, cara? Fita.
Ah, of course. Of course. My audiobook about the Gulag. Makes perfect sense. Only one more object to find now.
Ah, por que ela se importa com uma fita cassete? Como assim faz todo sentido?
Oh, well, it's something I used to play for her in the car an awful lot. There was this one story she used to adore.
Deixa pra lá, vamos nos apressar e achar o último objeto. Qual a história?
The story?
Bem,
Well, it's about 2 guys. In a way, 2 guys like us who were side by side, both waiting for something to happen.
continue.
Now, these 2 fellas were both prisoners in the Gulag. Do you know what the Gulag was?
Não.
So, the Gulag. That was these forced labor camps where they used to send people in Russia, right? The thing is, the Gulags weren't closely guarded. It was pretty easy to escape. Because these camps were off in the absolute middle of nowhere. You could escape, but then what would you do? Well, you'd starve to death. So there was a trick. It was called the sandwich. Now, say you and I wanted to escape the Gulag. 2 guys like us, friends. We'd recruit another guy, a 3rd guy, to escape with us. And preferably a nice, fat, buttery guy. The fat guy was called the sandwich because the idea is that the 2 buddies, us, we'd kill and eat the sandwich on the way home to survive.
Que horrível, cara.
It's great, right?
Não.
Maybe I didn't tell the story right.
Por que a Loura gostava tanto dessa história?
Oh, I think mainly just because of the setting. Siberia. Bears love stories about remote places. Well, I haven't told you the best part yet. Well, there was one time these 2 guys escaped with a sandwich. But there was a problem. They finished the sandwich too soon. Didn't ration him out long enough. He was all gone. And they still had days to walk through the Siberian tundra.
Que loucura, velho.
These guys were great friends, but they were also hardened criminals. And so they knew that whichever one of them fell asleep would be eaten by the other one.
Nossa, que...
But the code of criminal friendship didn't allow them to acknowledge this. So they had to keep playing it, nonchalant, chatting about stuff, whatever people talked about back then, trudging through the snow.
Tá mais... Oxi, eles sobreviveram?
Who? Oh, those 2 convicts. Oh, no. One of them fell asleep and got eaten by the other. But it's their ability to keep face that I always think about. Their honor that couldn't admit any suspicion. I mean, you don't totally trust me, right? Well, I
No.
can see you looking out the corner of your eyes. You don't think I know where I'm going.
Toque no motorista para continuar a conversa. Tem uma fita aqui, mano.
Listen, can I ask you an honest question?
Vai, claro, mas não tenho todas as respostas como a Lola.
Okay, here goes. This girlfriend of yours, why is it so important for you to find her? I mean, okay, the burnt photo, damsel in distress, etc., etc. I get it. But if you can't remember anything about her...
We'll always have this.
Na verdade, agora me lembro de algo.
See, this is Lola's influence. It's starting to work. You feel it, right?
All you have to do is find your way back to me.
Mas mal é uma lembrança, são apenas fragmentos. Keira, eu me lembrei do nome dela, é Keira.
Let's keep him as our pet.
Havia uma vagalume capturado em uma garrafa de vidro.
You two didn't even mean to capture it. It just flew into the empty bottle.
É uma boa memória, a única que eu tenho até agora. Talvez eu possa achar isso no armazém. E agora? Vamos ver.
Well, for your sake, I hope so.
O que você quer dizer?
I think you know. You're like me. The past is the only place left for us. When we were young, we thought the past could only tie us down. Everything we wanted, freedom, lay ahead on the open road. Well, that was yesterday, and this is today. Now the past is all you've got, and the future is full of pain.
Eu não acho que seja muito tarde para consertar as coisas. Acho que você está me interpretando errado.
Well, when we get to the warehouse, remember to keep an eye out for a firefly in a glass bottle. It shouldn't be hard to spot. They tend to keep that place pretty dimly lit.
Oxi.
Oh, look.
Eu lembro disso do último carro. Por favor, sem mais passos.
Looks like Vern started doing some advertising.
O
I guess
negócio
he's finally
passou.
decided to take matters into his own hands. Normally he's so stoic, letting things take their own course, never complaining.
Acho que ele tem boas intenções. Ele tentou esconder a verdade de mim. Acho que ele
Well, he
tem
was just
boas
trying to help
intenções.
you. Seems like you can use it. You're totally infected with this frontier spirit, am I right? Always move ahead, always continue along the two-lane blacktop. Maybe Vern exaggerates a bit, but at least he knows these parts. You should turn back here. No, I'm serious.
O que deu em você?
It's just Lola. Nothing.
Você está perdido, não é?
Someone changed the street signs. Him. He's been here. I swear it was the second left past the red house. But don't worry. We'll find it. It's right around here.
Bom, espero que seja. Você tem algum mapa por aqui?
No, it seems to have disappeared along with the car manual. I just want to find my dog. These streets all look the same. This is worse than falling down an escalator. Here, take this. See if you can figure out which way is east.
Ai, mas isso não é uma bússola, é alguma outra coisa.
Are you sure? I mean, look through it and see if it tells you which way is east.
Que bagulho é louco.
No luck, huh? Well, maybe it does something useful. Oh, listen. She's starting to talk. Hopefully we can get out of this maze now and head on our way. Lola, dear, this young man and we're looking for... She's saying something. Something about you. A car crash? No. He's fine. Well, just look at him. She thinks you've caused some kind of accident. I can vouch for this young man, Lola. Well, he's been with me almost the entire afternoon. She says she knows who you are and that she wants to help you. She's gathered these memory objects for a purpose, for you to put together. to bring you earthly knowledge, she says.
Que doideira, conhecimento mundano.
Very peculiar.
Que loucura, velho. Negócio doido. Mas o que diabos?
Well, isn't that something? It's alchemy, my boy. Art. A camera. Your means for turning water into wine. Redeeming the past. Renewing memories.
O que eu deveria fotografar?
Well, nothing needs redeeming more than the American suburbia. Am I right? Americana, where the surreal intermingles with the mundane. Here's your chance, my boy. Create a photo journal. Win some awards. Firefly, sent directly from your memory, I suppose, to guide you. Oh, hello there, Lampyridae.
Incrível, você parece ser 20 anos mais jovem. É mesmo.
Oh. Ho, those sideburns. Don't let my students get a hold of that. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Tira foto do que, cara?
They want to show us the way, but they can only do it through photos.
Vagalumes doido, cara. Vamos seguir eles aqui, né? Tiramos foto da placa de rua. Ó. É eu pedindo
Gee,
carona.
I didn't notice him standing back there. Should we go back and pick him up?
Não. Esse colete laranja, eu já vi esse cara antes.
Who is that guy anyway? You don't sound very glad to see him.
É bem que queria saber.
I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Ok. Olha, entraram nas casas. Sumiu? Ah. Que doideira, cara. Tira foto do que, mano? Deve ser dessa placa aqui, né? Obviamente. Câmeras.
Trading post, huh?
É uma
Interesting
proposta
proposition.
interessante.
I expect you get something rather valuable in exchange for this particular camera.
Cadê os bichinhos? Bora. bicho invade a casa mesmo. Esse cara só vira pra esquerda, cara. Parece que ele só vira pra esquerda. Vira pra direita. Uma árvore aqui, é pra tirar foto da árvore? Poste telefônico. Warehouse.
What? It can't. Ah, no! No! My dog! How? If I can't find her in the past, I don't have a chance of finding her in the future.
É como você disse, a gente é capaz de redimir memórias.
Oh, that was just nonsense I said to cheer you up.
Filha da mãe. Talvez os vagalumes possam nos ajudar mais uma vez.
I just want to find my dog.
Parece que é a gente que ajuda os motoristas, não eles que nos ajudam. Vai entrar e vai sair por aqui. Bem redundante. Tirar foto do que agora, hein? Deixa eu imaginar aqui que deve ser da casa, garagem.
Is that a dog collared in the street?
Oxi, que é isso? O que aí encontramos? Onde?
There. There. Can you see it? The dog collar.
Viu? A gente vai fazer ela de volta.
I suppose. But what's happened to her? She's invisible. She's lost in time since the warehouse closed its doors. That's it. Capture her with that camera of yours. Oh, you're a good dog, Hops. You ran past the funny mailbox through a door, and we'll find you, don't worry. You've got to find that house.
Encontre a casa com a caixa de correio estranha. O jogo todo é estranho, mano. Ah, virou pra direita. Legal. Aqui, garoto, ó.
That's the one. Hang on.
That's the one. Onde a gente tá? Achou alguma coisa familiar? Onde a gente tá?
Look, the silo. That's my house.
Oxi.
Funny how you can come upon the very place you live and not even recognize it. All depends on the angle you... Hey! There's Hops! Thank goodness. Oh, I've almost got her back. Listen, I didn't realize the warehouse was closed, but we must do it again. Now you have to promise me, pinky promise, that we're going to meet again in a year, okay? This same spot. We won't exchange contact info or anything like that. We'll keep it old school. Meet here in 1 year's time. What do you say? Wise plan, young man. People like to say that you can't live in the past. Well, look at me. I'm living proof to the contrary. Look, your fireflies are back.
Essa casa está com as luzes acesas.
Seems like they're waiting to give you one last memory. Hops, wait for me!
Uau, eu não entendi, velho. O cachorro perdido. O cachorro dele que tava perdido tava na casa dele. Que loucura. Bem, esse foi mais um episódio.
I just think it would be fun to ring the bell. I lived here my entire childhood. I feel like I have the right.
Sure, but we better make it quick. Lots of driving to do still.
Hello. What can I do for you two?
This is gonna sound funny, but
Not at all. Come right in.
oh, sorry, I've gotta take this.
Ah, então a casa do Hobbs é a casa da infância como é o nome dela? Katia?
To me, it's perfect here. I don't understand what's so great about our life in Seattle. Don't you ever think about making a change?
Sure, but this isn't the kind of change I had in mind. I get it. You grew up here, so it's your baseline of normal. But this just isn't my idea of an adventure.
Adventure. It's real here. It's a good place to grow up, to have children. At least it was for me. I can always find myself here. Same stars, same fence, same mailbox.
Era a casa da namorada dele. E ele até que enfim ele falou, né? Saiu voz. Ó, até que enfim saiu do carro. Será que tem alguma correspondência pra gente aqui? Alguma dica? Caixa de correio, trocar câmera. Ah, legal.
Hey, you need a ride someplace?
Já pegamos outra carona. Beleza, galera. A gente tá na carona 3. Vamos deixar pro próximo capítulo, beleza? Um grande abraço, se cuide e fique com Deus. Até mais. Fui!